Austin-Bergstrom International Airport is one of the fastest growing airports in the country. What started out as a military airport known as Bergstrom Air Force Base in the 1940s was reintroduced to Austinites and Central Texans as a commercial airport in 1999, following the closure of Robert Miller Municipal Airport. Even before opening as a commercial airport, sustainability was a top priority for the Department of Aviation. Let's take a look at the fascinating history.
One of the busiest, most important spots in our Austin area is our Bergstrom Air Force Base.
Bergstrom Air Force Base, located in southeast Austin, was home to the U.S. Air Force's Aircraft Reconnaissance Fighter Fleet. Following the end of the Cold War, the base was closed through the 1991 Base Realignment and Closure Commission. Leading up to its closure in 1993, city leaders were already eyeing it as a potential site for Austin's new and improved commercial airport. After receiving passing grades from the Federal Aviation Administration and with the support of Austin residents and City Council, the City of Austin began to transform the military base into a commercial airport, turning 4,100 acres of land into public use.
From the very beginning of constructing a new commercial airport, the City of Austin Department of Aviation's leadership made plans to reuse, recycle, and reduce as much as possible. Buildings throughout the property were repurposed for the new airport. In fact, 30% of the original buildings were preserved and new facilities were built using recycled materials. The original Barbara Jordan terminal structures you walk through today were built using 100% recycled steel. Taking a look at the current roadways and taxiways, it might surprise you to know these were created by reusing over 250,000 tons of concrete from Bergstrom Air Force Base.
Even before the airport opened to the public, it was shaping up to be a physical representation of Austin's own environmental values. Let's fast forward to today. The airport's Environmental Affairs Division leads our efforts to support a greener airport and community. This team of environmental scientists, compliance specialists, project managers, and coordinators oversees the airport's environmental stewardship. They ensure compliance and also work with partners to identify opportunities for the airport to contribute to a greener Austin.
To the untrained eye, our airport parking garages might look like any other average parking garage. But thanks to our environmental affairs team and our partners at Austin Energy, our Blue Garage is now a source of on-site renewable energy. On top of its roof, there are over 6,000 solar panels, which were installed through the Austin Energy Community Solar Program. These panels supply renewable energy to buildings on the airport property and generate enough power for 160 homes in Austin. Since 2012, the main Barbara Jordan terminal has run on 100% renewable Texas wind energy through the Austin Energy Green Choice Program. And the Department of Aviation vehicles across the property, many are electric powered. Airlines at AUS also use electric charge ground service equipment to help move bags onto the aircraft. Taking a shuttle bus, our entire shuttle bus fleet operates on alternative fuels, and over 30% of them run on carbon-neutral renewable natural gas. And we help our airport partners decarbonize their shuttle fleet through a renewable natural gas credit share program, one of the first of its kind at a U.S. airport. While many of our vehicles have transitioned to alternative fuel and energy sources, supporting the airlines in their efforts to lessen their aircraft fleet's carbon footprint is important too. In 2021, AUS partnered with Signature Flight Support, which provides services to private aircraft visiting the airport, to accept the first ever delivery of sustainable aviation fuel to the airport, marking a milestone in local aviation sustainability through the use of this lower carbon-emitting clean substitute for fossil jet fuels. The Department of Aviation has also invested in electric-powered airline service equipment that our airline partners use to help reduce their carbon footprint.
Conserving valuable resources is also an important part of the sustainable strategy at AUS. In 2020 alone, we used over 20 million gallons of non-potable reclaimed water. This is treated water from the City of Austin wastewater treatment plants that would normally be discharged back into the Colorado River, but instead is being used by our airport, which in turn conserves potable water for residents and businesses in Austin. Food waste is another environmental concern, since sending food to landfills contributes to greenhouse gas emissions over time. Through the AUS Food Rescue Program, unused packaged food from the terminal is donated to Keep Austin Fed, a local program that delivers the food to community members experiencing food insecurity. AUS also has an extensive composting program, so passengers in the terminal and employees around campus can throw their uneaten food, compostable foodware, or napkins into compost bins, which will be turned into, you guessed it, compost. Behind the scenes, all of the restaurants compost in their kitchens too. All of these efforts are what led to our highest environmental achievement in 2021. We were the first medium-sized airport in North America to achieve carbon neutrality through the airport's carbon accreditation program. This means that even though our airport does have carbon emissions, we continually work to implement carbon reduction projects on campus. We also invest in carbon-reducing activities elsewhere that balance out the same amount of carbon we're emitting from city-owned infrastructure at the airport. This is why it's known as carbon neutrality.
The future of Austin Bergstrom International Airport is bright and busy as we plan to improve and develop infrastructure to support a growing economy and city. Environmental responsibility is not only about protecting our planet, but protecting people. AUS is committed to providing an environmentally sound airport for our passengers, employees, and community.